So one of the songs on the record is a Russian folk song, and the way this came about is I always wanted to record Russian folk songs, and we actually thought about doing a whole album of Russian folk songs, but when we started research, it turned out that a lot of songs that I thought were Russian folk were actually, they actually had either lyrics were written by somebody or they had musical authors. So we moved away from that idea, but one of the songs that I've collected during my research for that album that never came to be, we ended up putting on Balancing Act, and the song is called The River, Rechka. It's a beautiful ballad that hails all the way from some rural area of Russia. Some old women were probably singing it, hundreds of years ago, and it deals with death, because a lot of things in the old Russian folk music had to do with death. There was a belief that if you sing about sorrow, it's not going to happen. So that motif of sorrow goes through all folk music, and a lot of songs are very sad. And this song is about three sisters crossing a river on a small plank, and the plank breaks and the older sister dies. And the rest of the song is a monologue of the sister, and she's talking to her brother who has a habit of going to that river, and she asks him not to walk on the banks of the river and not to fish and not to muddle the water, because that's what became of her. The banks of the river is what used to be her chest. The grass is what used to be her hair. And that's also from a pagan belief that wherever the person perishes, the ground becomes the parts of that person's body. And so we were really trying to capture the dramatic aspect of the song and building it from just the a cappella, I guess that's how it would be sang back in the day, to this swell of sound where she goes into explanation of what the reason for her asking him not to come there anymore. And on the record, it sounds, it goes into this really dramatic, beautiful part where it goes, «Ай, как крутый бережок, это ж грудь моя, серые камушки, это ж глазки мои, шелковая трава, это ж волос мой, а речная вода, это ж грудь моя». And it just continues in the same vein until it just completely disappears. So we were really trying to be artsy with this piece.
Речка быстро